When Chapman Billies leave the street and Drury neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tick the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, getting fou and uncouth happy. We think na of the lang skirts of miles, the mosses waters slaps and styles, that lie between us and our hame, where sits our silky sullen dame, gathering her brows like a gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm.
This truth found honest Tam O'Shanter, as he frae air all night did canter. Auld air, but ne'er a towner passes for honest men and bonny lasses.
O Tam, haddest thou but been sae wise, as ta'en thine wife Kate's advice. She told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken bellum, that frae November till October, aye, market day, thou was nae sober.
That ilker milder way the miller, thou sat as lang as thou did siller, that every naig was cad a shoe on, that the smith and thee gat roaring fou on, that at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank wi' Kirkton Jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found deep drowned in Doon, or catched wi' warlocks in the murk by Alloway's old haunted kirk.
Ah, gentle dames, like gars me greet, to think how mony counsel sweet, to think how mony lengthened sage advises, the husband for the wife despises.
But to our tale, a market night, Tam had got planted unco right, fast by an angle, blazing finely, with rooming swats and drink divinely, and at his elbow, suitor Johnny.
His ancient trusty Drury crony, Tam lo'ed him like a vera brother. They had been fou for weeks together. The night they ravoned with sangs and clatter, and aye, the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, with favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlords laughed, was ready chorus. The storm without might rain and rustle, Tam didn't mind the storm or whistle.
Care mad to see the man sae happy, and drinking himself a man in nappy, as bees flee hame with laddie's old treasure. The minutes winged there with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er the lulls of victorious.
But pleasures are like poppies spread. You seize the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snowfalls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. Or like the borealis race, that flit here you can point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, a vanishing amid the storm. No man can tether time or tide, that hour approaches Tam won ride. That hour, when night's black arch the keystane, that dreary hour he mounts his beast in. As such a night he takes the road in, as never poor sinner was brought in.
The wind blew as 'twad blown its last, the rattling showers rose on the blast. The speedy gleams of darkness swallowed, loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand, the deal had business on his hand.
Well mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, Tam Skelpot on through Dubbin mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his good blue bonnet, whilst croning o'er some old Scots sonnet, whilst glowing round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway was drawing nigh, where Gace and Hullet's nightly cry.
By this time he was crossed the ford, where in the snaw the chapman smored, and past the bucks in meikle stane, while drunken Charlie Braxnick ben, and thro' the winds and by the cairn, where hunters found the murdered bairn, and near the thorn, aboon the well, where Mungo's mother hanged hersel. Before him doon pours all his floods, the Dublin storm rose through the woods. The lightnings flash from pole to pole, near and more near the thunder's roll. When glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirk Alloway seemed in a blaze. Thro' ilka bower the beams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing.
Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn. We tippany, we fear nae evil, we Ushkabe will face the devil. The swats they raimed in Tammy's noddle, fair play he'd card in the deals of Bodle. But Maggie stood right sair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and vowed Tam saw an unco sight. Warlocks and witches in a dance, nae cotillion brent frae France, but hornpipes, drigs, strathspeys and reels put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, there sat old Nick in shape o' beast. A towsy tyke, black, grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He'd scared the pipes and gart them skirl, till roof and rafters did a dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses that showed the dead in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrap's light, each in its cold hand held a light. But which heroic Tam was able to note upon thy haly table? A murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twa span lang wee unchristened bairns.
A thief now cutted frae a rape, wi' his last gasp his gab did gape. 5 tomahawks wi' blue red rusted, 5 smartles wi' mud crusted. A garter wi' a babe had strangled, a knife a father's throat had mangled. Whom his ain son o' life bereft, the grey hairs yet stark to the heft. Wi' mair o horrible and awfu', which even to name was be unlawful.
As Tam glowered amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they set, they crossed, they cleek it, till Ilka Carlin swat and reek it, and cussed their duties to the wark, and link it at it in her sark.
O Tam, had they been queens, a plump and strapping in their teens, their sarks instead of creasy flannel, been snow white 1700 linen. The breeks o' mine, my only pair, that ance were plush o' good blue hair. I would ha' gi'en them off my hurdies, for a blink o' the bonny birdies.
But withered buildings, old and droll, rigwoody hags speen a fall, louping and flinging on a crumnock. I wonder thy didn't turn thy stomach.
But Tam kenned what was for brawly. There was a winsome wench and Wally, that night enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned on Carrick shore. For mony a beast to dead she shot, and perished mony a bonny boat, and shook baith meikle corn and bear, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark o' paisley harn, that was while a lassie she had worn. In longitude though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vaunty. A little that kenned thy reverend granny, that sark she coft for her wee nanny. With £2 Scots, 'twas her riches, would ever graced a dance of witches.
But here my muse her wing long hour, 6 flights are far beyond her power, to sing how Nanny lap and flang, a supple jade she was, and strang, and how Tam stood like ane bewitched, and fought a fairy ane bewitched, even Satan glimmered and fidged for fain, and hotched and blew wi' might and main, till first the caper, syne another, Tam tint his reason altogether, and rolls out weel done cutty sark, and in an instant all was dark, and scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied.
As bees buzz out wi' angry fyke, when plundering herds assail their bike, as open pussies mortal foes, when pop, she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie runs, the witches follow, when Mony and Eldrich screech and hollow.
A Tam, thou'll get thy faring, and Hilda roast thee like a heron. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the key stane of the bridge. There at them thou thy tail may loss, a running stream they dare nae cross.
But ere the key stane she could make, the faint a tail she had to shake, for Nanny far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little wist she Maggie's mettle. It sprang but off her master hail, but left behind her angry tail. The Carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump.
Now what this tale truth shall read,
ick men and mothers, sons take heed. Now either you drink, you inclined, or cutty sharks run in your mind. Think you made by joys, oh dear, remember Tam O'Shanter's mare.